I remember when I was at drama school, I was at RADA, every weekend I read a new Shakespeare play. I thought, this is the moment to read them all. You know, God willing, I'll get to play some of them, but I remember, I'm 31 now, and I was about 21 when I read it, and I thought, my God, this is the part, Prince Hal. It seemed to me that Prince Hal is one of Shakespeare's great roles for a young actor, because the trajectory is so, the arc of the journey of the character is so huge and so complicated. Hal goes from being this wild, mischievous, rebellious, drunken prince, the wayward son of an entire realm, to being one of the greatest warrior kings that England has ever possessed, and still celebrated for his feats of military courage and valour. And so to do that, to plot that journey out, never mind in Henry V, but in Henry IV, always seemed to me to be an amazing journey. It's the embodiment of, it's the perfect physical, and Prince Hal is the perfect physical embodiment of the journey from adolescence to maturity, from innocence to wisdom, from recklessness to responsibility. And I don't think any of it is plotted out in his own mind. I think Hal is a man who learns those lessons with everything that happens to him. So in a way, the audience grows up alongside Hal, in a sense. So I'd always wanted to play Prince Hal, and it's just a monumental opportunity, and one that only comes along every so often. I couldn't believe I was lucky enough and privileged enough to step into that silhouette. I mean, especially to put them on film, you know, and really come in on a white horse, crying "God for Harry, England and St George." Well, what's fascinating about doing both Prince Hal and Henry V is a lot of people have said, "Well, what an amazing journey you get to plot the trajectory from youth into wisdom, or from rebelliousness into responsibility." Whereas in actual fact, the way that they've been scheduled to shoot, I've done them in reverse. So for whatever reasons of scheduling, I shot Henry V before I shot Henry IV, and also each of the specific individual projects have been shot in reverse order anyway. So you know, here we are, and the only things I haven't shot yet in the journey of this young king is the stuff at the very beginning of Henry IV. So in a way, I started with the weight of responsibility and warfare on my shoulders as King Henry V. And as I've gone on, you know, through the shoot, I've been shedding responsibility as I go.
Getting younger.
And it's sort of, it's the curious case of Benjamin Button / Henry V. You know, I've got some kind of time machine. But that's been a challenge. I mean, films are always shot out of sequence, but it's been a challenge because I haven't had the luxury of living through the journey. I've had to make sure I've known exactly where on that. If there's a timeline from the beginning of Henry IV to the end of Henry V, I've got to know exactly where I am in terms of where he is in his own mind, what he knows, what he's experienced, what he doesn't yet know, about responsibility, about warfare, about friendship, about being a father or a son, or indeed being a king. But that has been fascinating, and it's interesting. My first day on the entire engagement, day one, slate one, take one, was once more onto the breach, dear friends. I couldn't believe it. I said to the producers, like, "Are you joking?"
Once more onto the breach, dear friends, once more! We'll close the wall up with our English deck!
And they went, "Well, it's just, we've only got Arundel Castle for that day," and I asked Thea and everyone, they said it made sense, so you just go, okay. So my very first day, I'm in my armour and on a horse, and I'm charging along the moat, the empty moat of Arundel Castle. There's a huge explosion from a cannon behind me. I jump off my horse. There are men tearing down the side of the hill there, away from the walls, which are being besieged, and people are having buckets of oil poured on their faces. And another cannon goes off, and I say, once more into the breach, dear friends, once more, and off we go. It was almost a rallying cry to myself, apart from anything else, or to the whole unit, you know, the DOP, the production designer, the camera department, the sound department. Like, if any of you were in any doubt of the project that we are engaged in, once more onto the breach, dear friends, once more.